Hey guys, this is Andrew at CPR Supply Source, and today we're going to be taking a look and doing a product review and unboxing for the LifeVac Choking Rescue Aid. Before we jump into that though, go ahead and like and subscribe to this channel so that you can stay up to date on more product reviews and other useful tips and tricks. So, this LifeVac Rescue Aid. What is it? What does it do? Well, it's meant for people that are choking. It's a device to suction out whatever foreign object is in their airway. It comes in several different formats. So you'll notice this one is has like a little carry case handle, but they make different packaging for different environments. So there's ones for EMS, ones for home, ones for schools, and so you know some of them come with a carry case, some of them come in like a mass quantity for schools, some of them come with like a single use case. So it just depends on what your particular needs are, but they do try to accommodate different situations and settings. All right, so let's go ahead and open this up and take a look at what's inside. All of them come with this plunger suctioning device, and then as well they come with an adult and a child infant mask, okay? Then inside here we've got instructions on how to use it. It's pretty self-explanatory. So what we're gonna do is we'll take we've got an infant here, so we'll take this infant mask and we'll put it inside like so. I'll go down on the face, get a good firm hold. Probably have to, I would think that you would want to do a head tilt chin lift to open the airway up a little bit more. I think that would be helpful. And then you're going to go down and then up. And so probably multiple times that we're going to need to do that to try to get the object to come out. Here's some immediate thoughts. Like, you know, this is a pretty cool gadget. Is it really something that is useful? I don't know. It's hard for me to do it on this hard plastic mannequin and be able to say, oh yeah, that would probably work on a real person, because a real person, you know, our faces are like pliable, and so there's lots of things going through my head. So let me walk you through some of those things. One is when you're doing this, I would assume a head tilt chin lift would be beneficial. That makes it a little difficult because you're doing one-handed. If you're going to do a good head tilt chin lift, you would want to come from the back of the head so that these fingers here can grab the chin, and you can then press, you know, pull back and then start doing using this rescue aid. The other thing, like I mentioned, is I don't really know how well of a seal you're going to be able to make. If you're I don't know. It might work. You might be able to get a perfectly good seal around the face so that you can get suction, but you know, depending on the person's face, if they've got a really big nose, that could have a little, I mean, just when you're doing CPR and you're using a mask and you're pressing it down and you're blowing air in, you don't need to have like a absolute perfect airtight seal. But when you're trying to rely on this as a device to create vacuum, then yeah, you're going to need to have this airtight seal to get the best result. And so can you get that? Is that even possible? I'm not 100% sure. The other thing is you can only do this on an unresponsive choking victim. If they're responsive, there's no way that you're going to be able to pin them down and you start using this device on them. It's just not going to happen. And so really, you got a person who's unresponsive. So initially, you're going to be doing chest thrust, or I'm sorry, you're going to be doing abdominal thrusts. And then depending on what kind of choking techniques you've learned, you might also be doing back thrusts. So you do that while they're still responsive. And then when they go unresponsive, that's when you would use this device here and start trying to get the object out. But how do you know when the object has been dislodged? You know, it can be difficult to see because you might have dislodged it enough that there's airflow, but you really won't know. And so how long do you keep going using this device? I mean, sometimes you might be able to look in the mouth and you might be able to see the object has come out, but I don't suspect that this is going to like suck the object up into it. I mean, I think that's what it's designed to do, but I don't know that that's in reality how it would actually work. I don't know. But it doesn't hurt, I suppose. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a really cool, nifty gadget, and it does theoretically have the potential to work. But whether it does in real life, and I think they have some use cases where it's been used and, you know, claimed to be effective, but then again, were those people actually truly choking in the first place? You know, I've seen people do CPR on somebody who was awake and conscious and talking and saying, "Ow, please stop." So, you know, but they say, "Well, I saved the guy's life." It's like, well, he was never needing saving to begin with. That was inappropriate to use CPR at that time. That could be several. So I don't know. There's just not enough data that I've read or heard about to say, yeah, this is definitely something. But it certainly doesn't hurt. You can give it a try, because I don't see this being used on a person who is conscious and choking. I just don't think that that's practical, especially an adult. Nobody's going to be, you can't hold them down. And a kid, that'd be really traumatic for them to be choking. You're like pinning them down, putting something over their face. They're already can't breathe. And then the idea of something being over their face and they're just like, you know, it just doesn't sound great to me. And then if they go unconscious, I said that's when you would ideally want to use something like this. But according to the American Heart Association, if a person goes unconscious due to choking, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to do CPR. So are you supposed to really be focusing on this at that point? According to the science guidelines, you're not supposed to. You should be doing CPR and giving breaths. But before you give breaths, you're supposed to look and see if the object has come out. Maybe you can do like some sort of a modified CPR, do your compressions, and then take this and do breaths, or you know, do a couple suctions, give a couple breaths. I'm not sure, but those are my initial thoughts on this. It could be a great product. Maybe I need a little bit more education on how it's intended to be used, but as of right now, I can't really confirm and validate that this is something that every person should have. It's fairly affordable, so if you want to give it a try and have it as a resource, by all means. I don't think that this is a bad product. I just don't know that there's enough data on it. All right, guys, I'm going to stop there. Hopefully this was helpful, gave you a little bit of an idea, gave you some things to think about. Maybe you've used this. I really would like to hear if you've used this. Maybe I'm completely off base and I don't know what I'm talking about. Tell me in the comments below. I will respond, good or bad, and would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you guys for watching. This is Andrew at CPR Supply Source.